Very few things have ever impacted the world of marketing like social media. But that's not the full truth. I'm going to say something radical here, but social media rarely works. What I mean by that is that social media rarely works without including a paid advertising element into it. Let me explain. When social media started out, organizations like Facebook were able to gain tons of active subscribers to their platform. However, once it reached a critical mass, Facebook did something brilliant. Well, brilliant for them, not so much for us. What they did is they gave companies unlimited free access to their social network. And companies came in droves. They thought, wow, this is a gold mine. One website with all of our potential clients, and they're literally going to tell us everything about themselves. Where they live, who they associate with, what they like, what they don't like. It was a perfect place to market your products and services to a target audience. Just simply get them to like your page, and now they're exposed to all of your content, whether they like it or not. And then practically overnight, Facebook turned off all of the water. Suddenly, all of the free visibility that companies were used to was gone. And your audience, including your fans, followers, likes, and connections, went from seeing your content to practically seeing nothing. And in this Forbes article, it suggests that Facebook made billions off of this. And when I say seeing practically nothing, it is estimated that your organic social media reach went from 40% to 2%. So how did Facebook make money? Well, they said, hey, Mr. Client, you can still have access to your audience, but now you're going to pay us for the privilege of marketing to them. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't still want to actively generate more fans, followers, likes, and connections. People like big numbers. In fact, those numbers that used to hold so much value, they still have the benefit of something we call social proof. For every like a product or service gets on Facebook, it improves its perceived value. But to be clear, these numbers rarely help your organic social media reach. That could only be acquired through paid ads. Now, if you're a company that specializes in marketing in a business-to-business environment, choosing the right social media platform is very important. Usually this would mean investing significant time, energy, and money into LinkedIn. I'm going to tell you a real quick story. My company was trained by one of the best LinkedIn coaches in the marketing industry. Her name was Bryn Tillman. And Bryn would tell this story about when she started out in sales, that she had this privilege of sitting down with one of the most connected and influential people that she had ever met in her life. Now, on his desk was a large Rolodex. You remember the big Rolodexes in the 80s and 90s? She knew within that Rolodex were some of the most powerful and wealthy individuals in the world. She thought, man, if I could only just borrow that Rolodex for an hour, I could make a fortune with access to people like that. Well, that dream Rolodex, it exists today. And we all have access to it. It's called LinkedIn. But the problem, however, is that LinkedIn takes time, it takes a sophisticated strategy, and you have to know how to use it effectively. So to win with LinkedIn, you have to work smarter, not harder. And the best way to do that is to use LinkedIn automation. So when we started in the automation game, the challenge we had is that we couldn't find an automation platform that could fit our approach the way we wanted it. So we built one. You see, there's something that you can never accomplish with doing outreach manually that you can do with automation. Our LinkedIn automation platform allows us to do something very unique. It allows us to take a custom, pre-selected audience and systematically market to them through drip marketing sequences. Our platform can do a variety of things to simulate human behavior. However, the most effective approach has been to do something like this. On day one, we follow an individual who would like to do business with us. On day 3, we send them a direct message about your unique selling proposition. Now on day 6, we do a connection request. And then finally on day 9, we request an invitation to talk. Our system at its peak can reach out to about 1,000 prospects a week, or roughly 4,000 a month. But LinkedIn automation is only one piece of the puzzle. Now let's go back to the approach that works not only for business to business, but also to business to consumer. Just like our content strategy, social media comes down to consistency. we implement something we call the 80-20 approach, which means that 80% of our posts are about establishing you as a thought leader. Here's where you share statistics and stories and compelling images. The purpose of these posts are to simply add value to your followers. Now let's talk about the other 20%. The other 20% of your posts are used to talk specifically about the features, benefits, and highlights of your services. In this process, we also integrate cutting-edge technology. Our software is also designed to do something we call social listening. Here's how it works. We obtain your company's keywords, and then we apply them to your social media tools. If someone in your social network uses one of the keywords in their social media posts, maybe in this case, knee replacement in Philadelphia, your organization will receive a notification with the ability to reach out to them directly. Now, we tirelessly review your social media analytics to figure out what's working, what needs to be tweaked, and ultimately, what platforms convert the best potential clients.